Uè, benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. Questo è Impastore, Darkstar, it's the fake Rockstar chat show. Let me start that over. Okay. Well, I'm focused on fashion blog. So, okay. All right. Let's do this. All right. Welcome to the graffiti jungle. Paolo Pulingue. Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. Questo è Impastore, Rockstar. It's the fake Rockstar chat show. Pensieri Tangentiali, formerly known as Tangential Thought Chat Show. Last time we worked on a podcast was a couple days ago. We did 10. We had 10 sessions. 280. My biggest accomplishment for 2025, I kept track of how many cigars I had. We're at 280. We're close to 300. We could potentially pass 300. That's what we're trying to, I don't know. Do we stop at 300? Do we not get to 300? Do we pass? I don't know. That's the vibes. That's the vibes. Sono to a couple, yo sono Chief Gihareh, Gihareh, Julius, Caesar, Augustus, Napoleon. All right. So, we're going to do a fashion blog today. I'm not sure how many times I have to say it. A fashion vlog, I don't know. We're going to talk about fashion. Vlog, I don't know the difference. Well, the vlog is the, what? The vlog is the video version, and a blog would be the typed up whatever. So I guess, I'm not sure, is it worth doing that? I'm not sure. Potentially, maybe, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't know. I gotta think about that. So that way, like, I'm talking, but then there's also like a readable version for the readers. You know what I'm saying? For the readers. Do a little blog, and I'll just go through and kind of explain the pieces, or lack thereof. The explaining. Sometimes I just, sometimes you gotta be cryptic, and for those who know, even if you're the only one that knows. All right, I really like the more recent pieces. So like I've just recently had a turn, and I'm just really focused on the jerseys. So I'm gonna kind of, yeah, I think I think I'll start there, right? I think I'll start there. So that means we got 15 pages worth of merch. Okay. So where did this cause like part of it be like, oh, it's there. And then it's like, oh, you double down and you really just start to really go towards it. So I mean, hold on. There's that one, but let me see if I got one more. I think I might, there's one. I'm trying. Was that the first jersey? Was that the first jersey I made? Because I think that might be it. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. Actually, I'm just trying to even like think of like, how you thought of something and you're like, oh, well, I think I kind of that was my thought, and then just keep going. So, originally, my first jersey that I made was a basketball jersey. I was like Mike type shit. Hold on. Okay. So the first one I made is right there. Logo on the front, fashion advisory right there, and then the Hebrew letters on the back. I remember talking like that. I was like, bro, if I'm making a jersey, this is how it's gonna look. So that was the first jersey I made. Then I think from there, so that's the first one, right? It's like, all right, boom, doing the jerseys. Then it went to like there's a drastic like uptick. So I don't like the Commanders. Like I just don't like. Okay, that wasn't the second one. Okay, the second one is the one that I actually have on. So the second one is the one I have on, and that's a hockey jersey. You know what I'm saying? The Mighty Ducks. That's a hockey team, but I ain't on no hockey team, right? So when it finally came down to it, I was like, bro, I want this one. You know what I'm saying? So this was the second jersey I got. This was well, yeah, this second jersey I made, and then I just went on and ordered it, and I got that one. So I really rock with the original Redskins logo. Like I was like, I don't think that we should just let that go. So from here, um, change it up a little bit. Change it up a little bit, but it's still like fire. It's still like OD fire. Um, but I just don't like the Commanders. I just don't like the Commanders. The Commanders. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't like that. I don't like that name. So I titled that "Long Live the Redskins," right? So doing jerseys. Those are the first three jerseys I made. Then is now I think it's like, oh, now it's like really touching. So then just going back to the jerseys, then here's the first football jersey. The first football jersey is here. Oh shoot. Move. Oh, bro. See, this is what I'm saying. Like when it came down to the jerseys, I was really like, yo, they're tough. Like they're OD. Like they're on another level. Let me see. Let me do this. Boom. And come here. Will it? Yeah. Okay, great. Okay. So here's that first jersey. There's the first football jersey, and then you see the back of it, double up the logo. Boom. I might need a no chief. Yeah, okay. I'll leave it as is. I was about to say about the name of that. Then now, just like then it came down to like, seeing certain things, I'm like, yo, it's just it come down to like the word, like you looking at that word and it's like, bro, it make you think or make you like edge on tough as is. So then there's this one. Graffiti country, how do I say this? Graffiti jungle country, right? Inmate, sheriff. Like those words. Graffiti jungle country inmate, sheriff. Like, so if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But on the front, it's a warrant number. And I just think like just overall vibe wise, that's like that joint top is just different. Like you're not finding something like that, right? So yeah, for the fashion vlog today, I'm no. I'm kind of sort of focused, but I just want to make sure like the turn like just getting towards this fascination like of that. So like that's how it started, right? It was just, but that was in between like doing the shirts and whatnot. So then it came to this one. All right, now you're not gonna be able to watch so you got to check it out on yourself. But he got a Charmander in his hand, but the back of it say Grand Arson. So I'm like, yes. Like when I did that, I'm like, yeah, like I'm really whatchamacallit. Now from there though, I was like, it's worth. I was like fake rock star. So at this point, you can kind of tell. But there's two things. So one, making sure like this says fashion advisory, project extinction, Chief Gihareh, graffiti jungle, right? But then when I start, I say it's a fake rock star chat show and Pastore rock star, right? So I was like, bro, I'm gonna need to like add some more. I need something for that, right? So then I go to this one. Then this one's just OD. This one right here. That one right there. That's the fake rock star. And again, it's a faux. It's a faux. F-A-U-X, which is French. Faux. And then it says impastore, which is Italian. And then it says fake. And then it says rock star going down. So faux. Impastore. Fake rock star. Chief Gihareh. Project Extinction. It has all of those up there. It has all of that up there. So then I'm still trying to do like a little bit of shirts and this and the third. And then I come back to it again. So now this one is just vibey. Like I just remember that there was I remember seeing this one shirt and it has like a tiger from both on both sides. It has a tiger on both sides. So that's why I just feel like this one came out pretty tough too. This one came out pretty tough too. Especially with the Project Extinction and still fake rock star fake rock star graffiti jungle Chief Gihareh, right? So but that one's calm. That one's calm in comparison to like how it starts to go. So then I'm getting back to like, I was like, bro, I was thinking like, I think I talked about this the other day. I was like, bro, can it do a shoulder back? Oh, I forgot to change that. Okay, I can just change that from the app. I forgot. So the next one is this hockey jersey. The front of it says Graffiti Jungle, Fake Rockstar, Chief Gihareh, Project Extinction. The back of it say Eat Shit, but that's for the snowboarders. So I got to change the imaging. I got to change the imaging on that. And then, so from here, what am I doing from here? Now, okay, I'm locked in. I'm locked in that stuff. So in this sense, yeah, it's an idea that you can flesh out. Otherwise, like I'm at that point where like if someone was to pay me like, bro, I need this, and they pay me, I would like, all right, boom, and boom, boom, and shipped it to them. Like it's an order type thing, but it's not like it's not an idea for me to just consider to try to do. Right now, I'm looking for the next collection is potentially supposed to be called Illicit Emotions. I even looked up controversial clothing, and controversial clothing, like, and it's not to knock this person, whatever that brand was, whatever. But I looked up controversial clothing just to like see whatever is up there, and it wasn't like it's I don't even know. I'll try to which one, but like there was an actual brand called controversial clothing, and there's an actual brand called Controversial Clothing. So I looked at their stuff to see like, okay, well, what are they? How controversial or how willing to or far pushing the boundaries are they? And it's not. And so I was like, oh. And so I left their website, and then I looked at certain pieces that companies decided to whatchamacallit and this and the third. So I was like, bro, what? But then and so some of it I was like, I kind of sort of understood. Um, yeah. So, like, it's like these words are up there, and so, so like this is why I started like, cause now I was getting towards that like you see this word up there. Now some of it you can read. This one I think it's still cool. It says Earth is a resort. In the back of it say for rich people. So like even the splitting up of the words, Earth is a resort. So like sometimes I'm literally thinking like, okay, if somebody sees the back of your shirt and it says for rich people, that's one thing on its own, right? They see the back of your shirt and the back of your shirt says for rich people, and so that's a different vibe. But the front of the shirt actually has the first part of it and says Earth is a resort. So that was the whole thing. But then if you do or don't know, right? If you look it up, a group of crows is called it's not a riddle, but if you look it up, you be like, huh? And so a group of ravens also has a name. It's called collective nouns. So if you look up like collective nouns, some of them are actually kind of sort of interesting. But the two that kind of caught my attention as far as like me putting this word. So if you look up a group of crows, I put that word on the back. So it's just like somebody sees that and it's like, huh? Like what's going on with your shirt? Maybe kind of sort of. But then right here on the sleeve it says crows. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the ravens. The back of the shirt says one thing, and you be like, that maybe can depend on how you like this and the third, but ravens. So that's just something. Now, the last thing that I had to do for today, there was a shirt I made, and I'm like, bro, this don't actually need to just be a jersey too. And now, I liked it so much. Some of the stuff is like, yeah, I don't like some of the stuff literally is on some, yeah, I don't, I not how do I say this? When Layla Ali No, 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 no. Who's the other girl? Who's the other? Clarissa Shields. When Clarissa Shields challenged Layla Ali, Layla Ali was like, I'm not getting in the ring. I haven't been in the ring since it's on the third. If you want to fight me, I might consider it for $15 million, right? So, and she was like, but she said, I might consider it for $15 million. So Clarissa Shields go back and get the $15 million. And so, but the point of the matter is, she was like, yeah, I'm not that inclined for this, that, and the third. But if you gonna pay this much, if I'm gonna get into the ring and we gonna fight, you gonna pay this much, right? That's for me to even consider, like even stepping into the ring, right? So, so that's why I'm getting into the one jump. The person, it was a person on the live stream, and they gave me I was like, I was laying there, and they gave me a joke, and I was like, that's a good joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I thought it was a decent joke. Now, um, it's now, of course, there's a bit of insensitivity you have to have for whatever, and I'm oblivious to that. Like I don't have that sensitivity for like subgroups or nothing like that right now. Like I'm more comedic, but at the same time humorous, and there's like a level of intelligence as well. So the joke though is, what do you call a blind German? That's the joke. But I put that on the shirt. So one of my last things today, I had to do I had to turn that into a jersey, and then I had to, but because I liked it so much, I had to swap the prices on the junk. Cause I was like, bro, but that's another thing. I think but then the last one I did was when I'm like looking at now also the jersey gives me more space. The jersey gives you more space, and it's just like more flowy, more airy, and just like boom. Cause I was starting to feel a little bit constricted, and I don't like that. Right? I don't like that. I may update this one. I'm not sure. I just don't like the original front of this one, but I like the back of it. And so this one, it says, why can't, this one's also a joke. It says, why can't the US play the UK in chess? Now, the back of it, it says no chess. And it says, one lost the queen, one lost two towers. But if you play chess, you got your castles, and you got your queen. So the queen is in big, bold letters. And then two towers are the word two towers. It's two towers and two towers. Like the word two towers, the phrase is double. So one here, one here. So I just thought that, like, I thought even just doing that, like, one, it just wasn't enough to have the words, but to also double it to say the twin, right? Now, the one that I was just like, so it was like a series of shirts, but then it got to a point, I'm like, bro, because when I first, when I got to a point of, there was a point when I was like, bro, there were too many designs that I liked, and I was trying to figure out, well, how can I give myself all these designs without compromising the design itself? And so I was like, I'm not about to just put, like, for instance, I liked just something, if it's big across the back, I wanted it big across the back. I didn't want to shrink it just to fit other stuff up there. So that's why I made the bandana. That's why I made the bandana. But then, like, with now and this, it was like, I just did a couple things. I'm like, okay, let me try to like part of it is, there's this, it's just so many. So like this, like right now, currently, this is like one of my favorite pieces. Like right now, currently, it's worth like showing this one. But it's priced at a point where it's like, if you get this, then that's one thing. But like, it's like, I really want this, and it's gonna like being that exclusive type thing. So let's see. The front says, let me see, do I have the back? Do I have it on the sleeve? Ah, there's a lot that is going on right here. It's a lot going on right here. I'm gonna turn the brightness up maybe. It's strict over here. Ooh, now if there's one thing that I did not put on this, I'm trying to look for it. Did I put it somewhere else? We had the whole conversation about does free will exist, but it does not exist. Now, however, the phrase does not exist, I used to teach math. So D and E, when you look at the limit as x approaches infinity for whatever the function is, right? You can look at the limit as x approaches infinity for whatever function. but you need to like do work and prove that the limit does not exist, or at least simplify it. Some type like so just does not exist. DNE was also just a thing. So I'm okay with the free will part not being up there. But this is my favorite. This is like right now currently. Right now currently, this is the one. This is the back of the jersey, and then that's the front of the jersey. That's the front of the jersey. I can't wait. Like I can't wait to sit and talk about each part of that shirt. Even I decided to get a little bit, not just going a bit different. You know what I'm saying with Extinction. So Project Extinction. So whenever you see, I don't spell extinction all the way out. I put XTN CTN. So even just getting a little bit wonky with the like for me, fonts are really like important, like how that drawing looks. It's good to hear that you started drawing again. Mural song. Yeah, the mural. Um. Uh. y- I don't. I would assume. I'm not sure, but you know what they say when you assume. I would not. Like I'm not at the point where I would consider legality in the sense of Banksy. Banksy does not consider that, and Banksy is on some. It's how did he even get right here to put this there? What does this mean? And you know, his I think somebody broke down like how he even kind of sort of has the whatchamacallit. It's just like he already has the stencils made, and then it's just boom, and then putting it there, and then he's out of there. And then later throughout the day, he's taking pictures of people walking past it, and then he posts it on the Instagram. They don't know who Banksy is, you know, like guerrilla tactics. I'm just not at that point. Like if it's like going to do it, like I literally have videos of me just spray painting different type of stuff, and literally just spray painting Black Lamborghini, Graffiti Jungle, Chief Gihareh, like just putting that stuff anywhere, everywhere. And so like it was great that I got the video for it, but yeah, especially like with saying just something like that, like um, it's one of the like you think that, and then Banks, you know, like 2 years ago, they like you think that, but then I forget Banks the last Banksy junk that went up like that was trending. He did something and he placed it in front of like the courthouse. They had to scrub that junk, but they couldn't scrub the other part of it, so it's like it's still there. So like I think I made a video about that too. I at least captured it. Like there's a before and after for how it looks, and he knew that they might try to like get rid of it. But it was definitely people stopping and staring. So next, this one, I also have this propensity to just the the angles in which the word is on the third. So even making something, even if it might be a little bit, you know, edgy or you know this on the third, making that just like a little bit more harder to read. But this one's not in sense of that, but it's just like just making it is something so somebody looking at it has to like pay attention or focus just a little bit more. Um, so but that one is silence is loud. Now this one I thought was like kind of cool. Friedrich Nietzsche and Sigmund Freud. You know what I'm saying? Psychology, ego, id. Now, what does this go towards? So you're going to see two words, blinding, and you're going to see abyss. I just like the phrase that somebody had put and about light and dark, and you can't have one without the other. All light and no darkness is blinding. Our darkness and no light is an abyss. And Nietzsche also has the quote that if you stare into an abyss long enough, then eventually the abyss will look back at you. Banksy knows I was trying to finally get the Banksy 100-pound note. I was bid up to 3,500. Dang! That's crazy. 35, 45, 45, 30. So! You're like, 3,500? God damn. Hey, bro, I don't know. Sometimes I join you like, it was a work. Could you have done it? Then you be like, darn it, bro. You like, man, I gave him my best shot. That's a note right there. I talked about this one. This next one is called Black. It's called Black, Hispanic, White, Cowboy. It's sold for $5K. That's what I'm talking about. It's art, people. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So on the front it says vaquero, which just for conversational purposes, a Mexican Hispanic cowboy. It says Extinction, Graffiti Jungle, Extinction on the side, Gihareh on the side, Nietzsche. I just threw Nietzsche back up there because I just like that. Looking at these jerseys, I was like, that as an artist, that blank space, and it was like I just threw Nietzsche's name back up there. But the back then says cowhand, and the main thing I wanted a shirt that says cowboy. You know what I'm saying? So the whole conversation around that, this is why this is a fashion vlog, whatever you want to what you call it, but black, the cowboy, the boy was a demeaning term deemed just for black people. So that's why cowboy refers to actual like black people. Vaquero is the Hispanic, and cowhand is the actual term, and that's for white people. Cowhand is actually upside down. Then, if you seen any of the videos, flawless victory. So fatality. I just thought it would be cool to have something like that. The best Prezi, I made a video for that. Now, this one I do think, like, if you're talking about like controversial clothing, and it was like, bro, your shirt says this, like, or why, like, it's like, why would you wear a shirt? Like, I'm not sure, but but there's two sides, double-edged coin type of thing. It could be one of those type of like awareness, because I remember there was a lady, and forgive me for not knowing her name. It sold again. Another one, 15K. The price, it only goes up. There was a lady. She was. It's one of those. I take it with a grain of salt if you understand the whole story. She. How do I say this? She was a victim. Let me say that, right? Let me say she was a victim. She was in a line of work. Now, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, she was a victim. She was in a line of work, and she ends up, getting rid of some people, and so she has a whole documentary. I think there's a movie. It's either a movie or a documentary about her, or both. You know what I'm saying? So she has some different type of quotes. I have a shirt for her up here too. I have a shirt for her up here as well. Just the name is escaping me right now. But so that's why I say this is one of those silence is loud is on the sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Now that was all yesterday. That was not all, but the last few days I just talking about yesterday. Today I don't know why. The conversation was millennials are obsessed with peace signs, but we never known peace, right? And it was like, that's the only peace we know, that peace sign, right? And then somebody else though said, what did they say? It's the hand sign, the peace sign is the hand sign for District 12 in the Hunger Games or something like that. And then, but again, I'm still along the path and the wave of like, these, the 1 10-pound note, just so supposed to be for over a milli. Today, I don't know what was really, something was like, so like, again, like, so some of the, like, if you see the words, it's like it eliciting, the thing I made, the point I made yesterday was like, it elicits an emotion. So it was called, the next collection I was thinking about calling Elicit Emotion, Controversial Clothing, something like that, right? And so this one, but like certain things, the spirit of hunger, if you've never really been hungry, then you know what I'm saying? But everyone experiences hunger, right? It's just certain pain, any of those. So I don't know why District 12, but I put District XII, just put it in Roman numerals. Dystopia, hunger, extinction. And now we know one of the most famous dates, those numbers, but that's also a number that you call for an emergency. And so the emergency, life, has 100% death rate. Phobia, I put those, is like, yeah, that was like really whatchamacallit. The title for that one is, somebody also said like, yo, you only got one life and you're not making that alive. That's the title for that one. You're not making it out alive, but it gives Hunger Game vibes. Um, the next one, I like Pokemon, and Rayquaza is the best one. So, there, that people are Rayquaza and Deoxys. Like I have never really, how do I say? I'm blocking that phrase. I'm about to block that phrase. I don't know. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Like, but that's the generation now. This generation, they for lack of a better word, the generation coming up a bunch of retards. They don't, the shit don't be meaning nothing. So I'm blocking that well, so I don't gotta see it no more. Um, and I'm just gonna remove your message. And you shouldn't be apologizing for shit. I have never really seen some of the movies with Rayquaza in it or anything like that, but every time I see like a footage, it's Rayquaza fighting Deoxys, and it's on site. It's on site. So now you're blocked. And so there was a video I just seen yesterday, and somebody was like, I might update this one because it's slight, but I might put Hyper Beam on it. I might put Hyper Beam or Outrage. I really like Outrage. I'm gonna put Outrage and Hyper Beam, both. I'm definitely putting I'm putting Outrage and Hyper Beam on it. So there was a video of Rayquaza, and it was like Rayquaza comes. I forget Rayquaza comes out of something, and it's immediately Hyper Beam, bitch. Like, and it was like somebody was like using Hyper Beam at point blank range is diabolical, and somebody was like the M in Rayquaza stands for mercy. There's no M in Rayquaza. I really like that. So Red the Button apologizes as it roast everybody equally, and it's like facts. Everybody gets it. There's no discrimination. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to add Hyper Beam and Outrage. I'm definitely going to add Hyper Beam and Outrage to this one. And of course, it's Rayquaza, so it has to be of a shade of green. So that's why I was like looking at, like the colors really matter. Like I'm saying, the colors really matter. So this next one, perfection, expectation. If you ask about who's the best this or the GOAT that and the best that, like those type of things. So I kind of just mix that all together. And if a person does or do not understand what that then like kind of sort of would stand for, then it's entirely okay. They can just probably just rock with the vibe. I'm like, I don't know what it means, but it's fire though. Page after page of roast memes. Talked about HOF Hall of Fame, but then reverse that FOH. Fuck out of here. So somebody, oh, okay. I also saw somebody, Tom Brady tried to talk positive about Shador Sanders. And the thing was like, so a lot of people are coming out because like, you didn't draft him, Tom, right? That's one with the Raiders. That's one. You tried to say this and the third, and then you threw, it's not like, oh, I don't know what they call it now, but when I used to teach in Jersey, they call it sneak dissing. So if you talk about somebody, but you're not like directly, mentioning them or directing your comment at them, then that's sneak dissing. So Tom was sneak dissing Shador and basically on some, yeah, I don't think I would want a player who, did all this and you know what I'm saying, doing that. Like, so he was talking in such a way you could tell he was talking about Shador, and it's like, bro, like, you want somebody that celebrates and does this and then the third? Mind you, Tom also has, like, if you look up Tom Brady wallpaper, he probably does have one that's just going like this, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was weird that he tried to, like, knock players for celebrating or something like that. But however he phrased it, people knew he was talking about Shador. And there was a big thing about him not, he didn't even draft, the Raiders didn't draft him. Like, he could have went to, like, mad different teams. So then Tom Brady he's talking about Shador and trying to be positive, and somebody in the comments was like, yeah, you got a forked tongue. And I like that phrase. Now, that was one. So this one's like pretty cool. Like, that's why, like conceptually, this one's pretty cool. Now, The other thing that I saw was the fact that somebody was like, now, like, like, so I think that's one of the things, like me breaking down in such a way that it is break the joint down, but there was more dialogue and conversation, and which is what I'm feeling in now, type of thing. Um, they made regulations about it. That's crazy. Yeah, there's a Tom Brady rule. So one guy was like, he was like, how do I sell? Follow me here. How do I? Are you tracking? He was like, how do I sell Coca-Cola products to the people who live in the ad? To how do I sell people? How do I sell Coca-Cola products to people who don't live in the attic and sit on rugs? Right? So the back of the joint says HOF Hall of Fame. It says sale, but just fork tongue extinction on the sleeve, emergency Gihareh on the front. Flip the HOF and put FOH kind of here and put a FOH, and then it also says and I like the font again. I think the font matter, bro. On some, and then they got the number. You know the date, 2001. Right? But that this emergency contact number, and then yeah, no rug, living in the attic. It says that on the front. It says that on the front. Then yeah, I don't have a space to like think too hard about what somebody just said to me. So now I also now this one. Let me show this. It's how do I say this? So I wasn't okay. This is how this one kind of sort of went. I heard about Hooters closing down. So my whole thing was keep the Hooters girls, right? So I originally said keep the. Well, I was really about to say originally the jersey was gonna say keep the Hooters girls, and but then I was like, instead of keep them, you save the. But I had already did the work for the keep the, so I put the keep the up top, and then it says save the Hooters girls, and then it has emergency, Chief Gihareh, Project Extinction. The back of it says we used to be a proper country. Ooh, I didn't know that was like a big. I didn't know that was a big brand. I've only ever seen Tilted Kilt in Jersey, or was it in Philly? It was in the Northeast. How did Hooters outlive the Tilted Kilt? But Hooters is going out of business apparently. I don't know what private equity means, but apparently that's that. Now, okay, now this last one is the only one. No, this so I'm gonna update this one tomorrow. What I wanted it to kind of sort of be like, the back of it is fine. I just need to take the front says I don't know. I might just leave it though. I don't know. But it's not the way I originally intended. So the front it says something, and it only says one thing on the front, right? But I was supposed to put that above the word cops. Um, I was supposed to put that above the word cops, right? And then now I was also struggling with not struggling for forever. I was like, but I was trying to figure out. Okay, I'm gonna just put this up there, right? I was gonna put this up there. I was like, because at least the vibe and the essence of it's the direction of where it was going. But I was about to put. I'm gonna just spell this out for you. No, no, no. Okay. Um. Okay, if you don't go over on the hub, then you can go to the other one that starts with a B. Um, raspberries. I might just put raspberries. I might, at this point, I couldn't think about this earlier. I'm thinking about it now. I might put raspberries. I might put raspberries, and hopefully a person understands the vibes. I might put berries. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I'm definitely updating this design tomorrow. Of Ben to Tentakill 2026. Now the other shirt that I had really liked, I just decided to convert that to a jersey, and I just had to do the work for it. Also, I like for some reason it's like a zombie phrase. Eat did, right? So I was just like, yo, this shirt was tough and it deserved to be a jersey. And because it's that joke, I looked up the flag colors and I was like, all right, this can be a potential flag color. And I was sitting there looking, I was like, bro, if I even had to wear this, but it's just as simple as just wearing like just the rest of your outfit is just black. But some people you got the black and yellow. There's black and yellow. It's the whole thing. So it's decent. So I definitely went with different colors today. Save the Hooters girls, that was orange. Rayquaza, of course, that's a shade of green. Got some more white jerseys in there, so you got to keep that clean. Um, the silence is loud. It feels like it's like this soft pink. It's a really soft, like really soft type of pink. It's just a tint. You know what I'm saying? It's a tinted color. Uh, Tomorrow, well, I think that's going to be my goals for tomorrow. My goals for tomorrow are going to be. I just don't like. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm in a space right now. Where it's just like I'm really just trying to get to the end of the year. So um, I'm really just trying to get to the end of the year and just on the third. With this shirt, I may just switch up. I don't have none. I don't know. I need a donut allowance. Wherever that one girl was, she was like somebody was randomly cash apping her for chicken. I need a chicken allowance. I need a donut allowance. I need a cigar allowance. I need a tobacco allowance. I'm not sure what else I want to do to change it though. That's my only thing about it. I don't like I don't like where it says UK versus USA. Bro, I might just I'll probably like it. Like part of it was the fact that like knowing like when I wore this, not well, this whatchamacallit, and there was nothing up there. Like so when I'm sitting here talking about I got my merch on, but it's like you're not seeing anything. So that was something that bothered me. So I think that's why I moved it up. But I particularly like so like that's like I'm thinking of two different things like always. Um, where Honda transmission. And so like I be thinking of like me making the video, but I'm also thinking like in person, like I like where I do and don't care to see certain words and stuff like that. So that's why I'm actually kind of sort of shocked that I even put that right there. Like just as is and nothing else. Actually, I think it may say something. Yeah, it actually has some more to it. I'm just trying to. I might just turn it to the side. I might just turn it to the side. Um, for that. That is for some reason it just bothers me. I don't like it like that. I'm gonna just turn that to the side. That one needs an update. And what's the last one? That needs, Rayquaza Hyper Beam Outrage. I need to update that. And this is such a oh, I said the raspberry thing. I gotta write that down. I gotta write that down. So I need to write down three things: raspberries, Hyper Beam, and that's it. I just gotta write down raspberry Hyper Beam, and that should tell me those are gonna be updates and the changes that I make to the designs. And so yeah, man, we got a fashion blog. We definitely have a fashion blog. So that was just like the insight and the, forethought, afterthought, whatever. That was just something about it. That was this is my fashion blog. This is my fashion blog type of thing. Tonight, tonight, we are young. The hell does that mean? So, uh, tonight, I don't have to suffer in the cold. So, and we'll be able to get some decent food. So I'm definitely about to do that now because I am hungry. I am hungry. I'm thinking I'll probably I'll watch what's that show called? I need to finish the first episode of Welcome to Dairy, bro.